In the park, the calm water in the pond began to bubble up in an eerie way. A dog on the sidewalk started barking nonstop, then cracks appeared in the ground in front of it, snaking all the way to the feet of a traffic cop. Eve, sitting in her car, noticed something was wrong. Seconds later, the ground gave way, and the officer plunged into the fissure. A massive sinkhole rapidly formed in the middle of the road, and the lake in the nearby park drained into it. Towering buildings collapsed in an instant, sending up clouds of dust that blanketed the entire street. Panic swept through everyone at the scene, and the streets descended into chaos. Eve grabbed her children and ran. Arthur stopped to save a young girl along the way, but got knocked to the ground by the stampede of terrified people. When Eve looked back and saw her son lying in the distance, she told her daughter Alice to keep running while she went back to help Arthur. But the ground was collapsing faster now. Before Arthur could escape, he fell into the sinkhole. By the time Eve regained her senses, the cracks had spread right up to her feet. Just as she was about to fall in, Alice grabbed her mother's hand. But to give her daughter a chance to live, Eve let go and dropped into the abyss. Alice ran with everything she had and finally made it to safety, but she had lost the people closest to her in the disaster. When the rescue teams arrived, Alice reunited with her father, Aga, and told him what had happened to her mother and brother. All he could do was hold her and tell her not to blame herself. Just then, a swarm of strange blackbirds emerged from the sinkhole, their raspy cries sounding almost like a warning to everyone above. Down in the pit, Eve regained consciousness. She found herself lying in an empty field. She remembered seeing a glowing rift appear before her eyes as she fell, and after passing through it, she had ended up here. Looking up, she saw a crack stretching across the sky. She must have fallen through it. She pulled out her phone to call for help, but there was no signal. She decided to search the area for her son first. A column of black smoke rising from a nearby forest caught her attention. Thinking there must be other survivors, she headed straight toward it. When she arrived, she found that the people and buildings that had fallen into the sinkhole had all ended up here. She also found Arthur. That's when a dire wolf, a species that should have been extinct, appeared right in front of them, its vicious eyes locked onto them. The two of them turned and ran. The wolf stayed right on their heels, and soon more of them appeared. A young woman tried to get into a car for shelter, but the man inside was frozen with fear. With danger closing in, she dove under the vehicle and barely escaped the first attack.